Hello, my name is Eldar and I love history. Today I'm gonna talk about barbarians. Who are barbarians and where does their name come from? Their name actually comes from the Roman Empire. The Romans thought they speak like ba 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 and things like that, and they started to call them barbarians. You think barbarians are uncivilized? Barbarians! They aren't. You will find out. So let's start. At the end of the 4th century, the lands of the barbarians in the north, you could call them Saxons. They lived here. Their lands get flooded and they need a new shelter. They need a new place to settle in. So they come to Gaul, but there is no place in Gaul because of the Gauls. Then they come to Great Britain, and that's what is the good thing. The British always get attacked from the Picts and the Irish. King Vertigan had a bad military. He needed mercenary. He wrote the Saxons a message that they needed to come. The Saxons defeat the Picts and the Irish, which live in Scotland and Ireland, and for that they get gold, money, and Kent. The Saxons settle in Kent after the battle. King Vertigan, or his second name Tyrannus Superbus, his old name, he invited the Saxons for a feast for a thank you. The Saxons came to Kent, and the next fleet was not 3 ships with warriors like the first one. It were more than 100 ships with whole families. Soon the Saxons also needed more land and flooded the Saxons attacked and burned and terrorized all village. Also the Anglos, which also came from north. Here Wales, you can see, these were Britons, which fled in the west. And that's all what the Saxons took. This was Britannia. The Wales, the name comes from the Saxons, like Welsh. That was the Saxon name for other people. The Saxons almost took all of the British island. But in Mount Bath, many people think it's what is today Bath, the city. There was one of the biggest and best strategic of the Britons. And when the Saxons came to Mount Bath, the Britons were ready and defeated them. So for a few hundred years, the British invading of the Saxon invading of Britannia was stopped. But soon there would be another dangerous part coming. The Anglo-Saxons, they were fighting each other. And when the Vikings found out how tough they were because of all these wars, they came and took almost all of Britain until Plymouth. The last Saxon king hid away in the forest with a few other people, organizing an attack on the Vikings. It was King Alfred, soon be called Alfred the Great. Soon he took all of Plymouth and all of the west, and then these were the Wessex. They always took more and more, until the Vikings gave up. When the war was over, the King Alfred showed what was in him. He built many towns with walls in each other. Like here's a town here, and here a wall. Many fortresses. After that, he also built many universities and schools. Each person who was rich enough to send his children to school needed to do that. And then the language from Saxons and British was mixed to English. King Alfred then got the name Alfred the Great. Right now, I just told how the British, or the Saxons, came to Britain and changed it from the barbarian Britain to the medieval ages. And that's an important moment, but now I'm gonna go to France. And actually, the Germanian, they came to France, to British, and formed their culture. And now I'm gonna talk about France. So, in the year 300 after Christ, in the Rhine, the Franks, or the next name from them, attacked the Romans. And there were many wars against them. But soon the Romans gave them place in Toxandria, one part which is called today Belgium and Netherlands. Toxandria. They settled there, but when the Romans got weaker, they took more of the south. When Childeric lived even more of the south. When Clovis lived all of this. And then even the Italian feared them. Everybody feared them. You can see that barbarians are enemies of the Romans and people who live in scattered villages, and they don't really have wealth. And let's look at the Romans. They have slaves and everything. They go to the Colosseum to see the fights by the gladiators, but back to the Germans and barbarians and everything, they have more freedom. They're not ruled by dictators, like Julius Caesar or people like that. And when the Roman Empire got weaker and weaker, it soon fell, and the medieval ages began. It fell because it was surrounded from enemies from each direction. Huns from the east, German from the north, Gaul from the west, and Goths from the south. And soon the Goths, they destroyed Rome and took all the gold. The time of barbarians was a very long time, almost 1,000 years, from the Bronze Age until 500 after Christ. Almost 1,500 years. And soon, in the year 500 AD, the medieval age would come. And Rome would not have that much power anymore. The Dark Ages come. Which empires will be in the Dark Age? How will people live in the Dark Age? What makes it dark? And when will light return?